Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. I'm bored today, so I can't think of anything to do, and I thought I'd do another quick video looking at conditions of my vintage cards, which is always a bit of a gamble because sometimes it's better not to know. But let us look at, randomly have pulled a set out here. This is Crystal Guardians. So let me just bring the camera in. Sorry for the judder, that's because yeah, this is all very low production quality stuff. So I'm going to bring the camera in, I'm going to sit down, and we're going to pull out some cards. Well, let's go for the big one to start with. Let's start with Charizard. Lovely artwork by Koiki Saito. So we'll pull out the holo and the reverse holo and look at the general quality of these, whether, I mean, print quality and stuff was a bit variable through the EX era. So we'll start with the holo. They are lovely cards with their metallic edges, and I just love the foil that was used at this time. But so let's look at the surface. Cannot see anything, I don't think. Looks pretty good. Have a look at some corners. Okay, there we go. That's the typical white dot you get on a corner from where they're cut in the factory. It's not damage, it's just how they are produced. There's a little tiny bit there, but I think this is the worst of them. But still, a very clean copy of the card. And I don't see any particular damage on that, so that's not bad. Let us have a look at the reverse, which has the gold lettering and the set logo. I wish they'd bring these back. I think I like things with the set logos because the graphics done for the set logos on most things, and a lot of the new sets especially, have really nicely done graphic concepts for the set names. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything particularly bad. Let's see if the corners are as bad on this one. Oh, there's a little, see, that's what you get if you start looking at things. It's got a little bit of damage, perhaps. That might be damage rather than bad cut. But disappointing, but it's not the end of the world. It's a very nice, clean copy for the binder. Don't know if there's something on his belly. What is that? I think that might just be a, well, I don't know. It's okay. Not perfect, but pretty good. Let's look at what shall we look at? Let's look at Marwile. So this is Himeno, I think. Yep, Kakamaru Himeno. Oh, it's double sleeved. Don't know why some of them are double sleeved and some aren't, but let's have a bullet. There we go. So, okay, this, not because this isn't a Delta species, it's got a normal holofoil. So, and I don't see any. I mean, maybe the camera's picking it up and it'll, when I look back at the video, I'll see something, but my eyes are not seeing anything. But the camera is picking it up in 4K, so maybe it's picking something up. And again, you've got a touch of white on the corner from the cut. Just check about scratches on the back, which are not always as obvious. What's the centering like on these? I noticed that, what was I looking at the other day? I think it was the EX Team Rocket Returns. There were quite a lot of them were not very well centered, and they also had very bad silvering issues for the hollows along the edges. But that was just what happened when that set was produced. So yeah, Okay, I think that's pretty good. We'll put it back in its 2 sleeves very gently. Let's look at something else. Let's look at the reverse camera up here. This is obviously by Arita. It's double sleeved as well. So let's pull that out. Sorry, this is a very boring video, but I'm just doing it because I have nothing else to do. Oh, look at that. That's nice. So this is, yeah, okay. So the reverses of the so there's 3 different foils really here. There's, if it's a Delta species, the Pokemon's body is foiled. If it's a non-Delta species, as we saw with the Mawile, it's a Cosmos holofoil. But if it's a reverse of a non-Delta species, it's a flat non-Cosmos holofoil background. It makes it very dramatic. I like that. Yeah, and the set logo is lovely. So let us have a look at the corners. That's probably the best of the ones we've had so far. And obviously the artwork is also the best, given that it's Arita. Let's look at it. Actually, I've got over here, I've got some Japanese. Let's see what the quality of the Japanese is. So I've got a couple of, well, we'll look at the camera optics over here. Hang on. Okay, so in Japanese, it was a Cosmos holo. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm about to give you misinformation because we've got here, hang on. Yeah, as I said, Cosmos holofoil for the English regular holo. But same here with the Japanese. But let's have a look at the... Now, this one I haven't had in my collection since it was released because I would have got this probably about 10 years ago, maybe. So I have not been responsible for keeping it in perfect condition all its life, but I do tend to try and buy just cleanish copies. So looks clean to me. And let's have a look at the... Oh, I much prefer Japanese cards. Yeah. That looks about as good as I'm going to get. So we'll just pop that back in its sleeves and put it back over into where it lives in my Arita file over here. Let's see, what else am I going to look at here? Let's look at something that isn't a holo rare. Let's have a look at this. The reverse of the... Now this is Fukuda, and it's one of my favourite Fukudas actually, and it's double sleeved. This is Grovile, and oh, they are lovely cards, these. So it doesn't have metallic edges, but it has the gold lettering. It's a rare, so yeah, looks clean enough to me, I think. Yeah, and those aren't scratches. That's in the artwork. What's going on up there? Yes, it's the edges of a branch. Ooh, a little. That's almost unnoticeable. Is it there still? I don't know if that's... Yeah, okay, so that's a pretty clean copy. It is a lovely era of cards, this. The whole Delta species era with this mirror foiling across the Pokemon when it's a Delta species. Very beautiful. And there's some really good artwork in this set, so it is a set I'm very fond of. Oh, here's another. This will be the last one I'll look at, just spare you getting bored, though I suppose it's up to you. If you want to click off, you can watch it, or you can go away. But this is Marshtomp by Kagamaru Himemaru, and I mean, she's done it very much at a extreme angle. She did this at this time. She gave up on the landscape boxing of it and just painted how she wanted to paint the picture, whatever, and they just had to put it on the card. But I mean, it's very clever, and this was really where I think her artwork was strongest. I'm not so fond of her art in the last couple of years as much. It's just this appeals to me much more. And she also had this ring of light thing she would do in so many of her pictures. I'm not seeing it in this, but this extreme turned angle horizon is very typical of Himeno at this period. Yeah, that is a nice card, and again, that's got a sort of suggestion of a tiny dot of white on that edge. Oh, and that corner's not great. That looks like not just the factory cut, a bit of exacerbation maybe through just being dinked. I don't know. It's not the end of the world, but still a very beautiful card. But it's a nice set. I've said this before in previous videos, but you may not have seen this. That I picked up the entire holo and reverse holo set, every reverse holo for the whole set, for about, I think it was about £70 back then, which, but yeah, oh, wrong, putting it back in the wrong place. Yeah, that is a ridiculous bargain, but you could, back in those days, you could just buy the whole set of reverses, and these are quality reverses. So there we go. That is today's video. I hope that was of interest to somebody.